Suicide Squad, right? Where do I begin? Basically, it's a good film in my opinion. I'm a bit concerned about the lack of the Joker in the film, as people will know if they've seen it. Now, the good parts of this film is it's fun, it's upbeat, but I don't agree with the fact that they've put like 11 music tracks in between the scenes. Some of them make no sense, and the tracks just should not be there. Another thing, obviously, that's good about the film is some of the editing, but that's a bad point as well. Some of the editing in the film it's really cringe-worthy. So if you've got to see this film or if you haven't seen it, don't expect high expectations of it because the editing is absolutely bad and some of the plot makes completely no sense to what the hell is going on in the film. Now I'm going to look at some of these reviews that have already come out and I'm going to see if I agree with them, have my opinion on them because obviously I've seen the film, so I'm going to have a look at the opinions. The Guardian put, let's have a look. Let's have a look what The Guardian put. The Guardian put to this film one of the main factors in the making of a truly great. So basically, they've said to this film that it's a wheeze, but there's too many cracks, plots, it spoils in the film, which I said. Basically, there's too many people in the film because obviously they've got, what was it, 7 Suicide Squad members, if I can recall. Yeah, I think there was 7. There was too many there, and obviously they were basing it around too many different plot lines. And the other thing, which if you did spot out, when it introduced Harley Quinn, it said that she killed Robin. That's a spoiler if you haven't seen the film yet. Yeah, it said that she killed Robin, when in fact it wasn't. It was the Joker that killed Robin in the comics. So I don't know what they've done with that. And people are also coming to the term of who the Joker actually is. Some people are saying it's not the Joker. Some people are saying it's Jason Todd. Well, I've got my opinion on this because in the comics, obviously you know the Joker with his teeth. In the comics, Batman knocks out the Joker's teeth because he sees him kill Robin. So that's why he's got his teeth. But then in another comic, if I can recall, Jason Todd has his teeth knocked out by the Joker. So it's like a 50-50. You don't know who it could be. It could be Jason Todd, it could be the Joker. And obviously it could be someone else completely different because in the comics, again, the Joker had his own different experiments. So he used to try and make people like him, like the Joker. But then people would be querying that up and I queried it like, well, if that isn't the Joker, why would Harley Quinn love him? But then it could just be all a playing a plot. She could just be leading people on if it isn't him. But hopefully it is the Joker. Obviously people are a bit disappointed at how he's looking in that. But a scene which was cut from the film, which was at the end scene, I think it was, where he chucks a grenade and says bye-bye. The Joker kind of has a look of the Joker from Batman Endgame, which I like about that because I like that comic and I like the way that Joker looked. People are also slaughtering Jared Leto's portrayal of the Joker. Well, obviously you can't really judge him because it was only in 15 minutes of the film and you can't judge him off that. And people are like, Heath Slater, that's fucking W. Heath Ledger's better. It's like, well, he was in majority of a full film. Jared Leto was only in a 15-minute film. You can't judge him off that. And the completely two different Jokers as well. You can't compare Jared Leto's portrayal of the Joker to Heath Ledger's because they're completely two different Jokers in a completely different time. So you can't really say, oh, this Joker's better than this. It's like, well, maybe, but they're portraying completely different Jokers. Whereas Jared's playing the more psychopathical, prison-like, gangster-like Joker, and Heath Ledger's was the more, oh, I don't give a toss, let's just blow everything up, la-da-da-da-da. They were completely different Jokers. Hopefully, I'm hoping that they do a standalone Joker film, obviously, because Jared deserves a full film, because obviously, from what I've read up online, he isn't happy that his scenes were cut. He said with the scenes that they'd shot, that they could have made a full Joker film with all them scenes that they cut from the film. So I don't know what they're going to do with that, if they're going to release it on the DVD like they did with Batman v Superman. They released an Ultimate Edition with, what was it, like over half an hour of extra footage. But if it's the footage which they cut as the Joker, if that's enough for a full film, it could be like a 4 a good 4-hour film if they release, if obviously that's if the director of the executive producers and whatnot have made that cut, then with all the Joker scenes in it, then it could potentially be like over a 4-hour film. I highly doubt the studio are going to release it. Hopefully they do, because I want to see them scenes, because obviously there were a couple in the trailer. There were quite a lot in the trailers that are not in the film. And obviously if Gerard said that majority of the scenes cut can make a full standalone Joker film, will we see them? That is the question. We might not. I'm hoping that they do release it like they did with Batman v Superman, because obviously Batman v Superman, the cinema version, I'm not gonna lie, it was shit. It was shit. The Ultimate Edition, or whatever they called it on DVD, made it a bit better and more, because it had more darker scenes in it. It was edited a bit better, but it was okay. It wasn't as bad as the theatre version. So I'm hoping that, you know, they release Suicide Squad. I don't know if they call it Ultimate Edition or whatever they want to call it, but has all them scenes cut from the Joker in the film. I can't stress this much. I want to see these films, see these scenes, and pretty much every other DC fan and Joker fan wants to see these scenes, but the reason they cut them was because they didn't want to portray the abusive side of Joker to Harley Quinn. Who cares? That's the DC Comics for you. That is the Joker and Harley Quinn. Their relationship it's complicated. It's like an abusive relationship, but they were like, we don't want to portray that. We wanted to portray him as a loving, kind. Well, you could have still put that in on top of all these other scenes, because I wanted to see more of the backstory, like, you know, when he was in the Arkham Asylum, how it actually came about properly, not that short, like, 1 minute scene. I bet that apparently there were about 15-20 minutes worth shot in Arkham for that, and then they just got 1 minute, not even a minute out of it. That's I can understand why Gerald's a bit pissed off about that, because he spent all that time method acting and researching how to be the Joker and all this, and then it gets, majority of it gets cut from the film. I think I'd be a bit pissed off if, you know, that happened to me and all. But overall, it's a good film. I'd say go watch it. Don't go in with high expectations, like, oh, it's going to be the best film ever. It's really not. Like I said, the editing is really bad. Coming from a media student myself, the editing is poor. It is really, especially the Joker scenes, the way they've edited it, it's really cringy. In some parts, it's like, why has it been edited like that? It's like, they should have done this, they should have done that. And like I said, it doesn't feel like a film. It just feels like a massive long trailer because of all the music they just crammed into it. Yeah, it's fun. It's better than Batman v Superman. I'll give them that. They've upped the game a bit better than that crap. But obviously the critics have said, oh, it's worse than Batman v Superman. Trust me, nothing can get as bad as Batman v Superman. And they're even saying that Suicide Squad's worse than Green Lantern and Daredevil. It doesn't even come anywhere near that category. It is miles better than Batman v Superman, Daredevil, and Green Lantern. Nowhere near that low. It's not bad. It's not great. It's okay from my perspective anyway. It's a film that I enjoyed watching. I'd watch it again. Obviously, if it came out on DVD, I'd buy it and watch it again. Only if they release the special edition with all the deleted scenes added into it from the Joker. If not, what I'm expecting or hoping that they release and do is to put all the Joker scenes together and make it into like they won't do this, but this is just a suggestion. All the Joker scenes that they shot, they make it like a standalone film with a basic between obviously the Joker and Harley, and then you add in bits from the Suicide Squad into it to make it a feature-length film. Will they do this? Will they? It's just a suggestion. It's what I would want just to see them scenes, because really I like Gerard's portrayal of the Joker better than Heath's. People might like say, oh no, that's wrong. But in my perspective, I think Gerard's performance was better than Heath's. The reason being is because obviously his portrayal, I don't know what it is, obviously it's more to the comics than what Heath's was. I don't know how, but because I've read quite a lot of DC Batman comics, obviously Gerard's more portrayal, it's more true to the Joker. People might say, oh, it doesn't feel like the Joker, but in a way, that's the Joker. Is more psychopathic. Is more. I don't know how to put my head around it, but yeah, his portrayal to me feels more like the Joker because I'm not slaughtering his performance. His performance was amazing in the film, but his Joker bored me. It really did. I just didn't. I was just like. Obviously I've only watched it once because I found the film. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't find the film very entertaining. There was too many action scenes in it, and I was just like it really bored the hell out of me. The best Batman film obviously was the one with Bane in it, The Dark Knight Rises. That one I enjoyed, but the one with the Joker, it was just like, well, I didn't really know how to put my finger on it because obviously the Joker's portrayal, but his performance was amazing. Don't put me wrong, but the way that the Joker was portrayed in that wasn't as good as, in my opinion, what Gerard's was. That's why I'm hoping he gets his own standalone film. I'm hoping he stars in another 2 or 3 films. I'm hoping he stars in a standalone one, and one with Harley Quinn, and maybe another Suicide Squad or with Batman. Because I know that that Ben Affleck's directing and scripting his own Batman films, and I'm hoping the Joker gets put into that and he gets massive airtime like Heath Ledger did. I'm hoping that happens, but nothing's concrete yet. Nothing's been confirmed or anything. We don't even know anything about this Batman film that Ben Affleck's directing and scripting it. So hopefully he gets more airtime because he deserves it. After that performance, in my opinion, he deserves a full film. So people that are slaughtering like, oh this, oh that, oh this, it's like, well, give him the chance. 15 minutes of footage is not giving him the chance, to give us his own version of the Joker. It's not really enough airtime to say, oh, that was good, or was that good. It's like, well, when you give me more footage of him, then I shall determine, oh, it was good, it was great, it was bad. But from what I've seen from the little scenes in Suicide Squad, it was a good film. So all I'm saying is, if you haven't watched it, go out there and watch it, and then we'll go from there. Yeah.